I'm Todd Grisham, and every fighter wants to say at least once they fought at Brooklyn Hall. And here we are. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr., 160 pounds, 5'11" tall with a reach of 74. And he'll be facing St. George Groves. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. St. George Groves. This London, England native always brings the pain. He's a former super middleweight world champion and still believes he can get back on top.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, a European, British, and Commonwealth super middleweight title holder from London, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, St. George Groves.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Here we go for round 1. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Defense is not an option for these two. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. A lot of pre-match drama. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in, fighting at the bit to get it on in this historic venue.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good left hook. Nice lead hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got... Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Only catching air with that hook. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well done with that counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Lucky that hook didn't score. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. And he caught George Groves big there. George! Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again.
Gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. George Groves stumbling backwards. And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Groves in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Just missed with that hook. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Both of these men showing exception. Hold it right there. George Groves. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again.
Talk about Groves in that. Let's start the 6th. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Good counter punching. Insane action. Just missed with that hook. Good counter punching. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And he caught George Groves big there. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. And here he is, Julio Cesar. These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Swing and a miss with the jab. Julio Cesar Chavez goes down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Misses with the straight left. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand this. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Talk about Chavez in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Here we go for round two. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
He misses with that jab. Hook scores. That jab won't score. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twist.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. The courage on display here is incredible. Hook can't miss. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice hook. Lands the jab. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Crawford in trouble. How did they survive that?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. This is a high-octane battle. Has to be careful. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Misses with the straight left. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other.
Oh my God, Johnny! Crawford's legs are all over the place. It somehow weathered the storm.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So you get him in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford is dazed. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nobody home with that hook. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
These two are the perfect dance partners.
perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Crawford may be ready to go down. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Going to keep his elbows tucked into the chest so he can avoid the pain of those body shots, but that leaves more opportunities for headshots. They exchange punches. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Tor, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
And there's the bell for round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at him.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford's legs are all over the place. We don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Did you see that? Julio Cesar Chavez just got rocked. Look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Shot from the gods, they...
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. No rest for for the weary. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Chavez in that lap. Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Can't land that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.